This is Tea Time on Plus TV Africa. Welcome and get ready to hear us analyze the biggest entertainment stories. My name is Elsie Godwin and I'm here with Ife Oluwa and Chika Nwaiwu. How you doing?
Hi, good morning.
Chika and then Fela.
No, I don't mind. I don't mind.
No, he's not minding now.
No.
He wants to.
He
wants to be the Ife Petty.
Yeah. How is that?
You're probably in a marriage, so you
So
will
now
get
can
their
we tell
surname.
them? I've
That
been saying we should tell them.
okay, yeah. Please do the honors.
No, you do.
That's the problem because you're waiting for me to do the same.
It's
That
not
is
for
why
me to say goodbye. So
it's not goodbye really for me because I know it's goodbye between her and our viewers, right? Okay, so basically, Ife Oluwa Omai is going back to Australia very soon, and I mean she needs a few days to get herself together and do us the bye-bye. But yesterday was her final day on the show, and of course, she probably might pop in once in a while. You never can tell, but yesterday was officially her last day, and of course, I myself will miss her. I don't know about.
and then
of
we're
course,
starting Tea Time Australia. You know, I'm joining us soon. So you know, Tea Time Australia. So our Australian fans.
Elsie with the eye roll, like.
Elsie, you did Nigeria.
have you gotten your visa?
Yeah.
Have you gotten your visa?
Oosh.
My visa.
Do you even have a passport?
my
Basbos.
visa?
Let's start from the national identity
understand
card
my
because if you
visa?
don't have it now, you won't
Wanna
have
talk
your.
about my visa? Is that what you want to do now?
Moving on.
You know that social media, Donald Trump is monitoring. Don't come and spoil my shine, please. Let me be able to get my visa.
But Australia, Donald Trump. What's the? Let's move on.
Why are you doing this to me?
We're talking about international traveling. So if you're talking about Donald Trump and if you're talking about other countries emulating that type of thing, so you
They are
need
not
to think
emulating
deeper.
it.
But how many
You
countries have emulated it though?
You need to think deep.
This is the
We need to create a handle for this part of your social
This is the real
media.
definition of fake deep. You need
Yeah.
to think deep when you have to illustrate the deep.
like see deeper than your cup. Let's move on, please.
All right, Mariah Carey sends love to Lil Nas X for breaking her Billboard record. Lil Nas Old Town Road, featuring Billy Ray Cyrus, officially became the longest-running Billboard Hot 100 #1 single of all time, breaking Mariah Carey's long-standing chart. She tweeted, and I quote, "Sending love and congrats to at Lil Nas." Lil Nas X on breaking one of the longest-running records in music history. We've been blessed to hold this record with a song that means a great deal to Boys to Men and myself and has touched so many lives. Keep living your best life. End of quote. I think this is how to be a queen and encourage
the younger
people.
generation to, you know.
Ife mentioned something yesterday about how Nicki Minaj treated what's her name now, Cardi B, and that it wasn't very matured and understanding that this is someone just coming into the scene. She was so defensive, so trying to hold on to the queendom and all that. But I think she can learn one or two from Mariah Carey and how she's handling it. That was what I saw from this.
To the Nicki Minaj issue, I think right now she's trying to correct that because she's giving love to other MCs or female rappers like Megan Thee Stallion, is it Young Miami, Cash Doll, Asian Doll. So she's trying to do that now because a lot of people have said she doesn't show love to the upcoming. So she's doing that. And for Lil Nas X, I mean, it's a country trap song. It's not something you would think will stay on Billboard #1 for 17 weeks. It's crazy. But yeah, but I have to say that a lot of people have said that now there's streams, instead of people, like back in the day when Mariah Carey and Boyz II Men released the song, people had to go and purchase the song, like buy hard-end copy, like hard copies. But now you only have to stream and it counts as sales, or it just stays there. So some people are like, what's the...
They still feel like it's not broken yet,
Yes,
right?
it's not really, but I feel like, I mean, I don't buy CDs. Do you buy CDs? So if I don't buy CDs,
I used to in the past.
Yeah, I mean, now I can just check my phone and just get the song. So, I mean, if this is the only means to calculate it, and if it's running for that long, I mean, just give it to him.
That's very funny to me because we're not talking about sales here, first of all. We're talking about your consistency on the Billboard charts. Now, there's something called the Hot 100 Billboard chart.
Yeah, Billboard Hot 100.
Yeah. And a lot of artists in the past, it's your wish to stay on that Billboard for as many weeks as you can. We even have a Billboard chart here in Nigeria, and people want to be on the Nigeria. Like, for instance, Dumebi has been doing so well ever since it dropped, right? So we're not talking
Do we
about...
have like a standard Billboard chart here?
we have the Niger top charts.
It's not a standard.
No, it's not standard.
We don't have a standard.
No,
it's not a standard.
I'm telling you that we have a standard top chart.
What is it called?
That plays on radios. Now, all radio stations, no matter the radio station, they all have one number one. And that is the Niger top chart. Now,
Niger top, okay. Well, let's not argue that. But
I can argue that.
I don't think we have like a standard that we follow and say if it's not this,
the
then
fact
you're
that
not.
it's
Everybody
not
have their
out
own
there
list.
like the Billboard 100 top charts is different, but it doesn't mean we do not have a standard.
What I'm saying
Niger
is, you
top
know,
chart.
Billboard is big because, like you said, if we have a Billboard here, every radio station,
every
station
continent.
will
I'm telling you
but
that.
here we have a Sound City have their own,
this one
MTV have their own. Sound
every
City Radio
different
have
music
their own
platform
different
has
shows.
theirs.
But if you watch the Niger top 10, I don't want to be calling other platforms.
Okay.
But when you start seeing them, you realize that.
Platform actually, so I think calling.
No, we're talking about Billboard. We're talking about Billboard, but I can't be calling the Nigerian platforms like TV stations with their own charts and all of that. So first of all, this is not about sales. This is how long you're staying on the
chart. Everything counts. Do you know that everything counts? Sales, streams.
Hold up. Yeah. So on the charts, if you're able to stay on that chart, it's not about, look, that song might not even sell as much record as somebody that is on number 39. Do you understand? It might not sell as much records, but because people are requesting that song on a daily, everybody wants to listen to it. And saying that it's a cowboy trap, this thing, it doesn't, this is something everybody can relate to because they're songs that are timeless, evergreen. Now, Old Town Road is one of those timeless songs, right? In the sense that everybody can relate to it, from the young to the old to the... A lot of people do not even understand what he's saying, but because he has that country vibe, now you've gotten the white audience, you've gotten the black people, you've gotten everybody. So that's what consists of you being on the charts, because I watched the full analysis of this and why it has been on the charts and why it has remained number one. And when I saw that, I just concluded that, okay, yes, it's well deserved because this is a song that cuts across all genres.
It's funny that you're saying the sales do not count. Now, and I'm sure you saw the analysis I saw because you talked about it now, where they said the fact that it cuts across all age and genre.
That's one of the things I thought too.
Are you saying that, for example, the old people are requesting songs on radio? It's not just about it being requested or it being streamed. It's about the acceptability of this song and how many people are vibing to it.
Most times, see, most streaming platforms, you don't hold on.
It's not entirely sales.
It's not entirely pay money.
It's also part of it.
Most of the streaming platforms, you don't pay money to get one song. You just stream the song, and it's called sales
because the ones that you pay to stream. You have people that go on YouTube just to listen to Old Town Road. They look at all of that.
That's streaming now.
Now we're not talking about. Okay, whatever. If you guys want to include,
I think let's not take.
And then I also want to put it out there that this guy was nominated for 8 VGMA awards, which makes it the highest nominee so far for a male, for a guy. So yeah. So that's another
congratulations to him and kudos to Mariah Carey for what she's doing. Chuck D is suing his record label. He claims they stole over $1 million. He's claimed they stole so much money from him while he was with them, and he's saying they stole over $1 million in commissions as well as a substantial portion of his music pushing catalog. In the lawsuit, the Public Enemy MC says that after he signed with Rich Global Music and Terror Dome Music Publishing in 2001, they took advantage of his lack of business acumen and screwed him out of tons of cash and the rights of his song. I'd like to see how this case goes, because it's more like saying someone played on my ignorance. You know, I mean, help me here. You had legal, so is there a provision for being ignorant?
All right, no, it's not about being ignorant. Now, there's something called being fraudulent. Okay. Now, you were talking about the Yahoo boys and now they defraud the white women, right? Would we call them, we would say, okay, because they're ignorant, and it's because of your ignorance. Do you understand? What is wrong is wrong. So if I'm signing a deal with you and you're hiding certain clauses from my contract, or you're
What? I thought in the fine print.
Yeah, and then you're hiding certain clauses for me, from me, and you're not letting me see. You're collecting commission on my behalf, and you're not letting me know. Now, whether I do not have a business background, the fact that I'm signed to you, you owe me that loyalty. You owe me that right to be transparent as possible. Now, if I'm able to lay my hands on document that proves that you have been taking money that I own, that I've earned, and you're taking it away from me, then come on, man, it's a no-brainer as far as I'm concerned.
Before you come in, what if they also bring out, this record label brings out a document that has his signature and says that all these things he was aware of them? Whether he read it or not, that's not the point. The fact is that he signed this document and you can recognize it as the original document where your blue biro...
In this case, he's not talking about his contract. He's talking about the fact that you're taking commission on his behalf.
That's what I'm saying. What if there is something in the agreement, in the fine print that he has not seen? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I signed an agreement.
He has not seen. Like,
he did not see at the time.
He's saying that they own about 42% of his music rights. Now, let's think about that legally and logically. Is that right for any record label?
Did you see in the clause where he said that?
You signing it. If you've agreed to it, whether it's right or wrong, you've agreed to it.
He said they played on his, what did he say? He said he
lack of business acumen.
And he said complex something model. So everything looks like he was just ignorant. I don't know if, I don't know anything about law, so I don't know if there's anything he can do going forward. And he's suing them for $1 million. Yeah, $1 million, over $1 million. And he was signed to them in 2001, and he found out in February. That's 18 years gone, and they've been collecting money and money and money. So I guess there will be something
that has to be proof that they've been collecting this money and that he was not aware on paper. I mean, it is different being aware on paper and then being aware.
He most likely is aware, because if he's saying that they took advantage of him, then he most likely saw that, oh, okay, I signed this, or I signed this. So it falls back to the fact that you need to get lawyers before you sign anything. You actually have to go through everything, because these people are very sneaky, especially record labels. They put in all these clauses in places where they know that you never look. They just give you something, you're like, oh, let me just sign everything.
And there was an agreement I was looking at. That was an agreement that was supposed to be between myself and a media company. If you decide to read just the, what would I call it? Is it the bullet points? You know, when they have sections, section A, section. So what happened was that when you get to like section 2, the first paragraph would read so sweet to you, like then when you now start reading the subsections like A, B, C, that is when you now see something that would actually counter that thing you saw at the beginning. So if you don't look through and read through, you will just read 2, 3, 4, 5, and like, oh, these people have my back. But there is always one line that would counter what that first line that is making you happy. I mean, these lawyers,
and people are always mentally lazy. Like if you give me like a full, like why am I reading that? It's not just to sign at the end.
You
like
actually have to. Anyway, except you want to add one more. It's time for a quick break.
Now the cuts will play out.
All right, it's time for a break, but when we return, it will be about a man who claims to have slept with over 2,500 ladies. We'll be right back.
What we do not understand, we will stigmatize.
What you can see is the remaining of the tanker that exploded.
The suspect equally confessed.
A 500 naira they collect am.
If you no talk, then go beat you.
Now 2,500 they pay.
Welcome back. I have slept with over 2,500 ladies. That's not me saying it. That's coming from actor Oboy Siki. The Ghanaian actor revealed in a new interview that he has slept with over 2,500 ladies. He disclosed that he is very much interested in young girls and it will be a curse on him if he ever sits anywhere to say he doesn't. He, however, said that he decided to hang his boots and also quit womanizing after he got to 2,500. Oboy boasted of sleeping with ladies in every district and village in Ghana and also advocated for a reduction in the age of consent from 18 to 16 because 16-year-old girls are already mature to him. Okay, first and foremost, I'm going to bring Lama Odom to this. I remember when we had this conversation on this show on when he talked about sleeping with 2,000 ladies and he understood and agreed that he has a problem, which of course is medically diagnosed and you know that there's a problem. But this is a man who thinks that sleeping with 2,500 women is a trophy and an achievement. And that's the difference. And where we understand that we don't even understand our problems in this part of the world, talk more of finding a solution to it. So that was the first story that came to mind when I read this. And secondly, for me, you saying that you're advocating for the age of consent to be reduced from 18 to 16, it just shows that this guy is a pedophile. And I don't know why he's still running loose. I trust my Nigerian people. If this statement was said by a Nigerian, even if we don't carry placard, you would have gotten so many backlash by now that you would regret saying such or making such statements, you know. So I don't know how it's playing out in their space. I mean, I'm in Nigeria, I'm not in Ghana, but Ife has Ghanaian experience. So what do you think about it?
In Ghana, it's not like it's the right thing to do, but the moment you're kind of like famous, women tend to throw themselves at you. Getting laid in Ghana is easier than anywhere else in the world. That's one thing that is for sure, that I could tell you for a fact. So
do you
this
miss
is
Ghana? Do you miss Ghana?
I had a serious relationship, so
Okay.
I didn't have my fair share of escapades. So yeah, I was a one-woman girl. There was a one-woman guy. Now back to the story. This guy is a very shameless person to start with, so I don't even want to even discuss him because I think giving him relevance is even so crazy. It's just so sad that you can't prove none of this underage sex with these girls, because if not, we should be talking about dragging this guy to court right now for defiling young girls. And then you're talking about 16. Now, what are you teaching the younger generation? You're saying, oh, you picked up the womanizing habit from your father, watching your father and all of that. Now, everybody wants to be better than their father, right? Now, you're a man that, first of all, you're worse than your father and you're proud to beat your chest. So I just see this guy as someone who is up to no good, and I don't even want to talk about it because it disgusts me.
Yeah, it disgusts me. Like, first thing, how do you have a list of all the women you have slept with? That's crazy.
That's creepy.
Do you get that's psychotic? So that one is that, and now the list is now 2,500. I don't know if you guys know, but 2,500 women. That's a lot of people to have slept with. That's a lot of STDs. I don't know. I don't want to call
he
it.
protected himself, so.
Unwanted pregnancies, future of ladies that has been destroyed. That's a lot of things. That's putting a lot of women in a family way that you will not take care of them, because it doesn't look like a responsible person to take care of how many women. So that's a lot. And reducing the consent age from 18 to 16. They should arrest him, please. They should find evidence against him and arrest him, please.
Well, I don't know how it will play out, but I don't think anything is going to happen. Moving on, Toyin Lawani is saying that she cannot date broke men, that she might go back to her ex. Ife, I'm coming back to you because I know this ex is your friend. You told us on this show.
The minute I read it, I'm like, Ife.
Yeah, I just said I'm not going to stress myself. I'm not going to think of what to say. Ife is going to say.
I didn't. It's not like I told you on the show. He's been on the show.
Oh yes,
he's been.
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't here.
He has been on the show.
He's been on the show, definitely. And yeah, Trigger Gaddafi is a very close friend of mine, and we even spoke this morning. We even had a video call this morning talking about all of this. But I'm not going to disclose the things he said, so I'm just going to...
So what's the essence of you being here?
Do you think he will take her back? Or do you think he wants her back?
I'm not in the position to say.
Is that why you did this to me?
Why did you not have a video call with him if you're not going to tell us?
I'm not in the position to say anything about that. If it's his decision, even if he tells me I don't want to take her back, if he tells me I'm going to take her back, at the end of the day, it's his decision.
But she said
she's
chopping his money.
What?
She said she's
Of course, she has a
money.
child with him. Obviously, he's taking care of his child, and I know Trigger takes good care of his child, and I'm sure. So if she's saying she's chopping his money, obviously she's chopping his money because it's paying his fatherly role. He's playing his fatherly role. He's taking care of his child. Obviously, he sends money every now and then. The child comes, spends holiday. Tenor is everybody's friend, Lord Main. Like, he is a very amazing kid. If you meet him, you love him. That's for sure. So, Toyin Lawani now, I don't even see her settling for less. Now, I'm not saying that Trigger is the top of the... But I'm not saying, but if you are... Because she said she put something out there that she's single and then her DM got full with a lot of... But do you know the part that caught my attention? She said you have to choose one struggle. You cannot be broke and ugly.
And that's why I like what she said about him. What's his name? His
Trigger.
baby daddy.
Trigger.
That he's fine and he has the money. So I like when a relationship ends and people find a way to still be very cordial and say nice things about each other. If the relationship ends, it doesn't mean you have to throw away everything good about this person and focus on the bad things, because we know we are not all perfect. I have my bad sides. You have your bad sides. You cannot take that away. So I respect people that are matured enough to know when to draw the line and understand that this relationship did not work. It doesn't mean we should become enemies. And that reminds me of what I read this morning of course, that did not happen in Nigeria, but a woman gave her kidney to her ex. And that why are you doing like that? That was because she felt like she is not ready for her child to be fatherless, that she feels like her child still needs the father. And that can only happen because this man understood his role as a father, regardless of the relationship being over, and have been doing it. Just imagine if it's a guy that was irresponsible and not in the picture. She would not care about giving him a kidney or not giving him a kidney. So that's just what I wanted to point out in the story, that I love the cordial relationship they have, regardless of whatever is going on between them.
You guys have said it all.
Okay, it's time for a quick break, but when we return, it will be time for one more story. We'll be right back.
It's where the big stories live. This is Plus TV Africa.
When I did it, I was full on, hands-on on the whole project.
So how did you deal with it? All of that negativity?
I got depressed, obviously. Duh. Haven't you heard?
I've got two of the hottest topics currently trending on social media. If you've seen the word Senate trending on Twitter, that's because the Nigerian police force has gone Trump style.
I probably haven't shared this with anyone, but I reckon I get about like 100 people asking for help a day. That's a fact. I can prove that.
Welcome back. Dede Mabiaku says, don't ever compare Naira Marley to Fela. That's where I'm going to stop, because in that video he seemed very, very angry and agitated. I mean, I don't know if I've seen him in a non-agitated mood. Every time there's an interview, him, Kuti, they're always angry about something. You people are always vexing these people. I think we need to calm down and not get them really angry. But I like what he's saying. You cannot compare Naira Marley.
It's an insult.
Yeah, it's a huge insult. So it's not even acceptable at all. And I understand his anger. So, which is why I'm saying we need to stop getting these people angry. Okay.
I think I don't even know. I haven't seen anyone comparing Naira Marley to.
Oh,
Fela.
Some have.
Oh,
I have
really?
never seen
on
that.
Twitter.
I've never seen that, and anyone who's doing that is definitely very naive, because we even say you cannot compare a Whiskey or a Burna Boy that they're doing the Afrobeat to Fela. Not to talk of a Naira Marley. Now, what's Fela fought for the reformation of this country till he died, regardless of his bad lifestyle or negative side that people saw about him, but everybody knew that this is a freedom fighter. This is somebody we can put in the same category as a Martin Luther King.
I wouldn't even say his lifestyle was bad. I would say they are his choices.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like even if people want to look at the negative side, like if they want to be morally and say, oh, he had 27 wives, he was always smoking in the and all of that.
Enslave them or something.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying like just in case you want to bring all of that up, this is somebody we can put in the same category as a Malcolm X, as a Martin Luther King. This is a freedom fighter. And then we cannot just come and call out a Naira Marley that is telling us, okay, you went to prison, and then what you could come out with, even though after a while, you now told us that you are going to fight for people that haven't gotten trial. But the first thing you did when you got out of prison was soapy. Like, are you serious? Like, out of all the problems in the Nigerian legal system, out of all the things you experienced at the Ikoyi maximum prison, Kirikiri. It was in Kirikiri. Out of all the things you saw, now the first thing that came to your mind was the masturbation process, and you made a dance out of that. I understand you want to make money, but that's not how to be compared to a Fela. Do not even try it. Anyone do, in fact, I don't think anybody can come to me now and say, Naira Marley, if I can beat you, I'll slap you. If I can't beat you, I'll respect myself. But if I can beat you, I'll slap you. That one is confirmed. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So I understand what Dede is saying. And Dede is even saying that, okay, I like the fact that I also touched on the soapy dance. In as much as me, I don't have a problem with it.
Of course you don't.
Because when I go to the club and see NSC to a body like that, you do it.
Okay.
You do it. You know what I mean? But that's by the way. Now, Dede also pointed out that it's not like this Yahoo boys you're fighting for. They started an organization. They're changing the society. Have you ever seen any Yahoo boy that said he has put one public tap in his community?
Well, said Church is a Yahoo boy.
Oh, please.
We're talking about we're talking about the Yahoo boy that Naira Marley is fighting for.
So we have different types of Yahoo boys now.
Yes.
Okay, let me close my mouth.
Churchill's Yahoo is how do we put it now? Yahoo plus.
Undercover.
And then it's an allegation. Now we're talking about the ones that we know.
That's why I said I did not just say Churchill.
Okay.
You know,
So now, if we're talking about that, I don't think it's like you said, it's an insult. Anyone doing that is insulting the legacy of Fela and his family. And if you see Dede Mabiaku all the time agitated, he's always fighting for Fela. I can remember when he was on Nigerian Idol and this guy came to do his audition and he wore pants. And the guy was like, what? After like when it was the time, he walked him off stage. He was like, all through Fela's career, there was never a point in time where he wore pants on stage to perform a song. He was always properly dressed. Do you understand? So you can't be comparing Fela to, because he has some certain attributes that because we had the privilege of seeing his private life, doesn't mean we should now disrespect him in that manner. Now, do you know Wizkid's private life or Davido's private life? Do you know the things they do? Do you know if they walk around with pants too in their house? We don't know.
Okay. Chika, do you want to add something before we round up?
Yeah, everything that you guys have said, that's what I wanted to say. But I wanted to add that Dede also mentioned that when Yahoo boys talk about, when Yahoo boys usually talk, they say that they're trying to get reparation for, all of the bad things that they've done to us. And he's saying that if you want to get reparation, why don't you do it the official way? Come out, make a corporate statement, do this, not going behind a computer to, be fraudulent. So, yeah, just so many things. And nobody should ever compare Naira Marley and Fela again. Like, never.
Noted. I'm sure they can hear you. That's how we wrap up. Thank you for watching. And my thank you will always go to my co-anchors, Chika Winwu and Ifeolu Oshunkeye, or the other way around, Thank you for watching. I will see you later today. My name is Elsie Godwin.